So fall is here, winter isn't far off, but is your home ready for the cold? Marin Goldstein, he works with the Center for Eco-Technology, and he's here to help us get our homes ready for winter. My first question, I think the big question is people always look at insulation. It's that big puffy pink thing that's in your home. What's its use and what happens when there's not enough insulation in the home?
Well, I think one of the things that's important is a lot of times when you live in a house, you look at the walls, you assume they're insulated. You assume they're keeping you warm. I actually was living in a house that built in the 1890s. That house we thought had insulation in it. We actually had somebody come to our house and we found out there was no insulation in those walls.
And that's probably why your energy bills were sky high.
Exactly. And it's kind of like going outside on a winter day. If you're not wearing that fleecy warm layer, you're straight off cold because the heat that's being built in your body is instantly disappearing. And so that's why insulation is so important. That's why we want to have insulation in our homes. And it helps us reduce our energy bills. It helps us reduce the energy that we're using too. And that's a good thing as well for the environment.
Now, people can give CET a call, and you're going to bring a pretty handy tool over there. You're going to bring this. Now, first, before we use it, explain what this tool is to us.
So this is a thermal imaging tool. One of the things that's really important is it has to have a temperature differential between outside and inside. So on a day when it's the same temperature outside and inside, it's not going to really be able to tell. But it's using thermal imaging to be able to show when it's 20 degrees colder outside than inside, or the other way. You can look at this through this camera, and it will show you where the hot spots are and where the cold spots are.
Now, if you don't mind, take us through this picture that we're showing right now. It's more or less a house that's half well insulated and half poorly insulated.
Yes, definitely. And this is an image that you can see on the left-hand side there with where all the lights, the brighter colors are coming through. It means that heat is losing out of the walls because there's no insulation. So when you're heating your house, you're turning that thermostat up, all the heat's basically going straight outside. You're going to feel colder inside. You're not going to feel comfortable. And that's why this image really helps people understand where they need to get insulation in their homes. And also with this image is used in an area that's called the Home MPG pilot program. So it's happening in Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Springfield, Longmeadow, Munson, Palmer, and Hamden. And in those towns, people can look up this on the homempg.org website and see if this image, they can look at their own house and know whether or not their house needs insulation, just straight from this image.
And it's one of those things that not only are you saving money, but you're also saving the environment a little bit too. So everybody wins because it might be a small cost initially to install insulation, but you will get that cost back multifold going forward.
Most definitely, yeah. No, insulation and air sealing, the other two major measures that we do through the Mass Save program, is very beneficial to your home and helps, like you're saying, both the environment because we're going to use less energy, but also majorly cuts down on your energy bills and just the straight up draftiness and the comfort in your home. And so what we use this tool for then is that we go into people's homes and you can shine it against the walls and you'll see whether or not there's heat loss happening or if there is or if there's good insulation. And so it's a really helpful tool to have out there in the site.
So right now we're looking at that tool, and now let's give people a quick tutorial. Basically it says it's 74 degrees and that's pointing over there. However, when I put my hand in front of it, you'll see that is the warm area.
Up a little bit.
Up a little, there we are.
There you go.
I'm white hot right now.
Yes.
And that's pretty much what you do to homes. Take us through the process though when people make that phone call, because so often people kind of don't know how they can improve the energy efficiency of their homes. What happens when they call you?
Right, so when they call CET or they call through the Mass Save program, what that does is they have a home energy specialist, schedules an audit, they come out to your home and they look at your house. They look at things like, is your heating system working? Is it energy efficient? They look at the insulation in your walls. They look at, is there draftiness happening? So they can look at air sealing saving measures. And they also look at your lighting because they can do what's called instant saving measures. They can help relamp your house with energy efficient light bulbs. These light bulbs called the CFLs, compact fluorescents, can instantly save you 75% on your energy bill just from electricity use.
Saving the environment, saving money, not a bad combination.
Definitely.
And it's a pleasure having you here. And now, from keeping your house warm to keeping your bellies full, I'm going to toss it over to Ashley. She's with our next guest. Ashley?